welcome to the Degenerate Race League DRL ACC division. I'm your host, Tyler Morgan. I welcome you all to this preseason race number 1 in our wonderful league. We so far have 17 drivers on the docket, all from around this great North American state, I believe. Preseason race number 1 here at the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona. The exciting things we've had in practice so far is contact between number 7 and number 51, as I will show the replay of it. Number 51 coming on the track in a position that we are not used to. And then I do believe we've had contact between 18 and 11. We'll take a look at that. What happened here? Oh my, I need to see that from a different angle. See if we can get a different angle on that, because I want to see what happened there between those two. Look at it one more time. It is just practice. So it looks like they're just surprise. It's all just practice, so no one's hurting about it right now. As we go back to the helicopter cam, as there is 5 minutes remaining left in this practice session. It is a new season with hopes and dreams, as every racer. Every driver decides what they want to do, who they want to be. Team on the rush, made from number 32, Mitchell Nairati, and number 666 of Braden Breeze, are looking forward to hopefully a good season. Top 3 in the constructors, and both of them in the top 10. That's what they're looking for so far this season. Number 34, Jacob, the favorite, I would say, so far this race, due to his best time of a 1:43.7. Definitely will make some noise this race. He is a part of the MA70 Esports team. Then you have the Swine Flu Syndicate team of Bert Macklin and Frank Castle. They're another team hoping each for a top 5 finish in this race, and most likely the Constructors' Championship if they can help it. 4 minutes left to go in the practice session. Currently, I'd say about half the drivers are in, half the drivers are out, trying to improve their lap times, get a feel for the track. As we have Duke Silver, we'll go back and take a look on the replay to see what happened there. Gets a little bit of the exit curve in the bumper and just spins and has to go almost into the drainage pipe to get his car turned around there. And as we go back live to the shot, any improvement by Ricky Bobby on this lap? Does not look like it, but we'll see him cross the line anyway. 1:47.5, not good enough for his best time. Blendon had a chance to improve. He lost it in the final few corners. Breeze looking for a top 10 finish today. Grant Zahara looking for the same. Hayes in the gravel. We'll take a look at what happened there. He must have spun out on the curb and just landed the way he did. So far, not any improvements really from anybody right now, as the top 5 are currently in the pit lane, most likely done for the practice session. Unless any of them decide to come out of the pit lane, which I highly doubt at this time. No one improving on their delta times right now. As number 668, Alan Luang of MA70 Esports, comes in just in the nick of time for practice, so we will have 18 drivers instead of 17. If you are watching us on the stream right now, I'm just going to check to make sure everything's good on the stream end. Yep, I do believe it's being posted. Yep. So far, everything seems to be going good. No complaints as number 51, I do believe, just barely gets out of the way of the other drivers. He will have time for one lap and one lap only, but I do believe he is going to go to the box. Yes, he is. So the drivers you see out on track right now will be doing their final flying laps. Maybe number 19, Kevin Polnick, will have time to do two, but so far it looks like he will be the only one right now. So far, no one improving on their delta times. Fossman currently gaining around 3/10 as of right now, but we'll see how that goes by the time the laps all roll around. The only one improving right now on their lap time is Fossman, so we will stick with him, as there is now 30 seconds left in this practice session. Number 37, Mr. Swanson, might, if he gets on his horse, might be able to cross the line in time, but I do not believe he is going to do so. So these laps will be it for the drivers. Number 23, pulling over the side of the road. I do believe his session is done. Yep, he heads to the pits. As I said, right as of right now, London also in the pits. As of right now, the only person improving right now on their lap times is Swanson. Actually, Ricky Bobby pulled 3/10 out of the final corner, but will he lose it all on the turn here? Minimal improvement at best for him as he crosses the line. Same with Ryan Swanson. So Don Fossman and about 5 other drivers just left to cross the line. The only one improving right now is Fossman by almost 5/10 by half a second. That won't improve him anywhere. He will still stay P17. But nice to see that he is improving on his lap time. Kevin Polnick, the last driver to cross the line, then qualifying will begin. 18 minutes for qualifying and then a 45 minute race duration. If you guys have any predictions on who will win qualifying, put them in the chat, put them in the video down below. Who do you think is going to win qualifying?
Green light, show them what you got.
Who is going out on track first? Leading out is Burt Macklin of Swine Flu Syndicate, followed by number 5, Frank Castle, followed by number 21, Jimmy Hayes. And all the rest of the drivers funnel out slowly but surely. Obviously the one to highlight and the one to look at, Jacob Stofko, predicted to win the race and qualifying, and at this rate the season from your host truly. He looks pretty much unstoppable as he's one of the last drivers in the pits. Fossman being the last to come out whenever he will come out. But currently leading the charge right now Burt Macklin. Let's see what all these drivers can produce. Who will be in pole position? Who will snag the front row? Will there be any surprises in the top 5? I look forward to this qualifying as much as you do. Let's begin now. A little bit wide there. Yep, that would be an invalidation from Frank Castle. Number 21 getting along the way. Would be Jimmy Hayes, followed by number 26, Ricky Bobby, followed by number 7, Garth Blendon, followed by number 39, Robert Lawrence, followed by number 23, Grant Sahara, followed by number 666 and Brain Breeze, followed by his teammate from On the Rush, number 32, Mitchell Nairati, followed by number 16 of the Party Pickles, Sean Ches, followed by number 18 on the followed by Matt Terry and eBank Motorsport, as we will see the time that Burt Macklin will set for the other drivers to beat. It is a 1:44.5. Let's see how those drivers, can any of those drivers beat that lap time? Jimmy Hayes will be the first to try to see if they can beat that lap time. Definitely does not look like it. Number 26, Ricky Bubby, will he attempt to break it? No, not even close. Number 7, London. Number 39, nope. 23 invalidated. What about Breeze? Can he do anything about it? No, he cannot. Neither can Nairati. Number 16, Sean Ches. Can he do anything about it? Does not look so. Number 18, Matt Terry. Does not look like he can improve. Number 668, Aaron Luang. Can he do anything about that time? Does not look like it. Number 37, Ryan Swanson. They're all about 2.5, almost 3 seconds back. Number 51. Jeez, it is a show out here. Doesn't look like any of these drivers. Number 34, Jacob Stavko can, though. Almost 6/10 up on Burt. That is very, very interesting to see as number 51 goes off the track. Most likely has spun, but we will take a look on the replay. That is a heavy collision from number 51. Hopefully he is all right. Duke Silver from Optimum Motorsport. Frank Castle with a time that puts him into P3 with a 1:44.6. Number 91 did not improve. He still needs to set a valid lap time. Number 21 coming across the line. Jimmy Hayes improves to P9. Number 26, Ricky Bubby. Number 7, London showing some improvement, 39. Doesn't look like he improves. Number 23, Grant puts himself up into P4. Number 32 puts himself into P4. Number 16. Oh, who moved up? Oh, Kevin Polnick inserts between Nairati and Grant for P5. Number 37 is going to be next across the line. Swanson, what can he say anything about it? Not really, with a 1:49.3 as his last lap. Next across the line, number 34, Jacob Stufka improves to a 1:43.3 with 8 minutes to go in qualifying. He is a second and 2/10 ahead of Burt Macklin. My goodness, will anybody be able to stop him this season? It surely does not look like it. There's yellow flags all across the board right now. So far, everything looks to be moderately okay. Improvements by any of the drivers are we seeing? Does not look likely. Looking for those green delta times as Nairati invalidates that lap as he was 5/10 up. We'll stick on to Sanchez. He's improving by like about 3/10 on his lap. Now improving about still 5/10. See how much time he loses or gains in that chicane. Loses about 2/10 as long as he can stick the landing here. He loses about 2/10. Manages to go from 14th to 13th. Take a look at the other drivers currently. Stofko is shockingly improving. And Lang goes P8 now. He improves somehow more than he did before. Stofko going to look unstoppable this season. Dadali and Fossman still needing to set times. Bradley loses control on the curb. Can he keep the car from the wall? It looks like it, but that is a scary, scary looking chance by the Lamborghini driver managing to keep it steady. What are we looking for improvement wise here? Anyone improving on their lap times right now? Almost a full second improvement from Braden Breeze, but his teammate is just ahead of him right now. As number 7 Gareth Blunden is in front of Nairads. So we will stick on with them. If Blunden can take this corner, he will improve his time. Maybe jump up one or two positions. Surprise, not really. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to the whole situation. As Nairads crosses the line, stays P4. Mr. Breeze improves to P7 with a 1:47.0. Anyone improving on their lap times? Yes, Mr. Swanson. He will come across the line and go up to P7, knocking Breeze down into P8. No other drivers currently improving on their lap times. Fossman and Dadali needing to get a lap time across the board with 4.5 minutes left in qualifying. Eternal Orbis, Porsche's on top. Surprised? Not really. I mean, with my limited ACC knowledge, I'm not surprised at the 3 drivers that are on top, but the McLarens are trying to, the McLarens and the Lamborghini are trying to make a little bit of a fun out of this, but it doesn't seem to be working so far. As that'll be a spin from Breeze. We'll take a look into 15 seconds into the pass to see what happened. Takes all the curb and accelerates and just loses control of the car. Nice little bumpy road as he tags the wall into the background. So far, it looks like Burt is improving. Sanchez looking about 4/10 of improvement so far right now. Aaron Lang looking also about 4/10 improvement. No one else seems to be improving right now. Number 7 crosses the line, will not improve. As number 19, Kevin, just looks to get out of the way. Sanchez so far getting a lot of time on his Delta right now. Moves up into P10 with a 1:47.1. That is good. That is very good. Jacob, somehow, some way, I do believe he is in the Huracana. Yes, that's the one that lost control into the corner and almost hit the wall. I do believe Stavko barely did not improve. He was close, but not close enough. Anyone close to the line right now with a valid lap time? It does not seem that way. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go left in qualifying, it's going to be go time for the drivers that are currently on laps. They might be able to do a prep lap, then a go lap for that final run. But these are the times that have to count. These are the moments that can make or break race positioning. And we are going to try and stay with them all if we can. A lot of some red, some green. Honestly, you'd think it's Christmas again with all these Delta times right now. Frank Castle begins his lap in an effort to try and pass his teammate. Brent Macklin into the gravel. I do believe that will be his session done. It is, because he will not have enough time to come back out. Breeze with some improvement on his time. But is he going to stop and prep for one final lap as his Delta time is starting to drop a little bit? Grant Zahara not looking to improve, but getting ready, following behind Kevin Paldick for his lap. As the drivers that cross the line, these final laps will count. As here we go, folks. It is make or break time for all of these drivers. Let us see who wins and who loses in this qualifying session. The drivers in the pits right now can and will not improve due to not being out on the track. Dadali into P7. Very good from him, finally getting a lap time on the board with his teammate. Polnick, I do believe that will be the end of his session. Is anyone currently improving? Ricky Bubby is currently getting a nice, I think, toe from his teammate just ahead of him. As he improves to P10, the shake and bake seeming to work well at that moment. No improvements from anybody else right now. Will Nairaz be able to make it? Can he cross the line in time to start another qualifying lap? Yes, he can. He will be able to start another qualifying lap. That will be it as qualifying ends. Whoever's on their flying lap can continue to do so. But that is it for everyone else. That is it for qualifying as Frank Castle pulls over to the side of the road. He cannot improve. That will open the door for Mitch to maybe get onto the front of the second row beside Frank Castle. Grant spins out, sadly will not improve on his time. It doesn't look like any of the other drivers currently. It is up to number 39, Robert Lawrence, who is improving, and number 32 of Team On The Rush, Nairads. So far, they are the only drivers currently with a valid lap time. And currently, Robert Lawrence is on a cracker of a lap. He is losing time, though. He went from 7/10 up to about 3/10 up, and he invalidates, costing that lap. So the only valid driver on the track right now is Nairads. He is not improving according to his Delta time right now. He's about a 1/10 and a half down. Can he find that extra time? He only needs to find about 3/10. Can he find it in this final sector? This could be the difference from P3 to P4. If he can find that little extra bit of 3/10 and he invalidates and does not improve. Game screen looks like it's cutting a bit off on the right side. Let me take a look. There we go. Now it should be fixed. Should be fixed now. All should be good. The poll time, I do believe, was a 1:43. Do give me a sec to check on that though. Get that off there. Yeah, I just did it manually. Sadly cannot see their qualifying time, which would be a little upsetting, but it was in the 1:43s. That I know for sure. I think it was like a 1:43.6. So currently we are going to wait the next 3 minutes to see how it all ramps up. Well, 43.3. All right, this is very good. Yeah, it was an absolute cracking lap. No one even got close to Jacob there, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes off the start. So we'll take a look at the helicam, and that will get most of the drivers. See if I can get it so where it gets all the drivers. We'll go midfield right now. So we got Jacob Stofko of MA70 Esports on pole position, followed by Bert and Frank Castle of Team Swine Flu. Bert P2, Frank P3. Mitch P4 of On the Rush, Kevin Polnick. No associated team right now. He is currently solo. He is P5. Team Solo Q Grant will be P6. Dadali getting his lap time done at the final hour will be P7. I'm gonna need an extension cord for my phone on this one. Yep, that is definitely for sure. Aaron Lang, P8 of M870 Esports, 1 and 8 respectively for that team. Ryan Swanson of Scuderia Basacalaro. Sorry if I screwed up that team name. He is now P9. Ricky Bubby, Team Shake and Bake, P10. Braden Breeze on the Rush. His teammate is P4, he is P11. Sean Ches of the Party Pickles, P12. In Enbach Motorsport, that Terry, P13. Robert Lawrence of Enbach Motorsport, 13 and 14 respectively for those two drivers. The Pork Gang, Jason Hayes, P15. Gareth Blendon of the Scuderia in P16. Optimum Motorsport, Duke Silver, P17, and the Party Pickles, Don Fossman, P18. Less than a minute to go in this race start. If you can guess who wins this race down below or in the chat, guess what? You have a little bit of personal pride, but I think we all know who's probably going to win this race. If I had to guess, I probably know who. Castle's team is gonna win it. X Smitty 66. Let's go Nyrads. Well, he's in the second row, so definitely possible. He can get there. Frank Castle's team's going to win it. Well, we'll see. They're in a good position to do so with P2 and P3, but they're going to get ready. They're going to go side by side, getting ready to go to the front of the grid. There will be a mandatory pit stop and refuel. Each driver will have to do it. But I do believe we are going to start racing as soon as Jacob decides he wants to go on the throttle here. As all the drivers line up.
Green light. Give it over.
And that is the green light, and off we go, as there's already spins and collisions happening in the back. We will have to look at all of those as number 7, Blendon, is in the back right now. Hopefully everything is okay with him. As currently all seems to hold steady right now. All the drivers holding form. Currently, Alan Luang has seemingly dropped down according to my grid as Palnick, Dadali, Nairat's falling out of place here. Looking like he might get got on by Grant here. We will go side by side here as Kevin Palnick goes a little bit wide, trying to go up the inside. Oh, a little bit of a mistake by Nairati, allowing Grant to get past. Now he will be under pressure from Luang, who's actually under pressure from Ricky Bobby. As in the backfield, there are all the other drivers currently finding it out right now. As Silver falls down the order, getting passed by Hayes. They go wheel to wheel there. As Robert Lawrence goes wheel to wheel as they connect and collide. One driver sadly worse off, that would be Robert Lawrence. Unfortunate for him. I have low-key no idea what's going on, but I'm enjoying the stream. While I'm glad you're enjoying it, I'll do my best to make sure you understand what's going on. As the top 3 drivers cross the line, it is Grant and Palnick right now. Grant seeming to get away as of right now. Trying to do my best to catch all the action for you guys. We will take a look at some replays later on when they're not all wheel to wheel together and together. Currently the fastest lap belongs to Nairati. Surprised he got that in all that mess. So far, Grant leading the best of the rest as Stofko, Burt, and Frank Castle are all ahead. Stofko ahead by a fairly decent margin. Not looking for qualifying laps here. We are looking for the race laps. I bet that either Stofko loses his position for pit stop or spins out, Castle wins easy. I wouldn't be so certain of that. I'm a betting man, but I would not bet on that. As we will take a look back at the midfield, Kevin Palnick and Nairati fighting it out here. We have a few drivers in the back. Fossman and Blendon. Blendon going up the inside, looking to make that overtake stick, and he does. Very good work by him. Nairati and Palnick as the midfield starts to catch up to the rest of them. Grant going to do his best to try and get away there. As Frank Castle takes fastest lap away from Nairati. Oh, we're going to have a little bit of an overtake here. Matt Terry and Alan Lang going to fight it out into turn 1. I do believe Matt Terry has made it stick. We'll go on the bumper cam here. We'll look from the wing as Terry manages to get the position back on Lang, as Lang seems to have an issue here, falling back a little bit. So we go back to the helicopter cam. Get a little bit of a battle going on here. Oh, don't make contact at the back of Dali Breeze. So there's a little bit of a battle going on there. You have some battles in the backfield. Number 16 and Blunden, Sanchez Blunden here. Blunden having a little bit of a mix-up at the start, looking to do his best. Then again, Didali's losing a little bit of positions as Terry gets ahead of Ricky Bobby here. Terry managing to get ahead and get away from Lang here. Quickly look at the statistics. Didali, yep, losing 4 positions. Terry gaining 6. The big losers in this, Didali, Sanchez, and Lawrence losing 3 places each. The big winner right now is Terry, Bobby, and Grant. And even Silver gaining 3 places as well. Polnick catching up a little bit to Grant, but Nairati still on his tail, not letting him go. Terry crosses the corner, followed by Ricky Bobby, Lang and Swanson. Dali's not far behind, followed by Breeze, Hayes, Silver. Blunden's doing his best to catch up to Silver. Sanchez, Lawrence, and Fossman in the back as Allen, Lang, and Swanson are fighting it out right now. 4 P10. Swanson, I do believe, making the overtake stick. As on the back of Lang is Didali. Almost losing control of the car, but making it stick as Nairats gets ahead of Polnick as well. Well, to take a look at replay and take a look at that overtake. Oh, he must have got it done in the straight. As Polnick will actually get ahead of back of Nairats. Little back and forth battle is, Nairats goes down the inside. Polnick manages to keep control of his vehicle. Nairats does not. He will have to wait for all the other drivers to pass before he can hopefully get back on safely. Number 7, Blunden, also in the grass, taking a tumble as well. Nairats losing out a lot of positions, a lot of drivers gaining from that little dash up the inside. Macklin and Castle still right together, however. Jacob is pulling away. Nairats and Silver going at it. He's actually going to get by. Silver and Hayes looking like they're about to have a little bit of a tussle here. As we will go to TV2 cam, we'll switch up cameras here, as we are about to have a very interesting here from Swanson. Swanson on Ricky Bobby. Terry on Polnick. Terry, there's a little bit of contact as Polnick goes into the wall. And so does Terry. Both of them end up in the wall, allowing all the other drivers to get past. Bobby, Swanson, Lang, Dali, Breeze, Nairats. All of them. Oh no, Silver gets caught up in this. Oh, we will have to take a look at that replay as Fossman also gets collected as well. Oh goodness, there is just contact all everywhere, and that's extremely unfortunate for those drivers. Should have just stayed on the camera. Swanson looking like he's gotten past Ricky Bobby here, up into P5. Grant just gone away from all of this. He's pretty much having a Sunday drive on his own. Not close to the top 3, far away from the rest of the pack. As we have about 5 drivers all within each other here. Swanson, Bobby, Dali, Breeze, Lang, and Nairats. Then you have the group of 3 of Hayes, Ches, and Lawrence. Then you have another group of 3 of Blunden, Silver, Terry, and then you have Fossman and Polnick in the back. 36 minutes left to go. Can you believe it hasn't even been 10 minutes? I'm going to take there is contact galore. We will have to take a look at all of it later when we get time, but the action is just so good and so fresh right now. We have the triple digits fighting it out. 666 of Breeze and 666 of Lang. Can Breeze manage to hold on here? Breeze not giving him a card's width and nothing more. Defends up the inside. Manages to keep it as Terry will actually get past Silver, I think, from the corner. And off he goes. That car is mega quick right now, that McLaren. London into the grass, losing more position, sadly for him. That allows Terry and Silver to move back up. Look at this. Number 37 Swanson holding off 6 drivers now. As Bobby and Dadali fighting it out right now. It's important to not lose control of the car, especially up here. This blind uphill right-hander. How are you guys enjoying the race so far? Let me know in the chat. Is your favorite person winning? Is your pick winning? Or has your driver fell ill or had some mistakes? So far, Lawrence and Chez seeming to have possibly connected. Both those drivers. Lawrence falling a little bit ill to Silver, and Terry will fall down into P15. Also fall to Blendon as well, and maybe even Fossman. Yep, he'll fall to him as well. We'll take a look at Stuffco, just on his own. You know, Sunday drive. You know, having a good old time as Nairads gets past Lang into turn 1. But can he defend it though? Because his teammate is up ahead. Maybe team orders on the rush here. I wouldn't think so in the preseason, but you never know. We'll go to TV1 cam. It's a lot more on the ground cams as we go through the trees. Get up and close and personal with these cars. London having a little bit of an issue, but we will stick back as oh no! Manages to keep it steady, keep a hold of the car. That lead he had is now slowly dwindling. Go back onto Southco. Can you hear the sounds? Oh, Sean Ches has had an incident. He is in the gravel. He has to wait for all the other cars to pass as he will fall into P18. Nairad's getting ahead of Breeze. Maybe there was some team orders there. Let's go back and take a look. You be the judge of that there. Is that team orders there? Or is that just an overtake? Let me hear your thoughts about it. As you have Bobby and Dadali followed by Nairad's, Breeze, Lang, and Hayes. So everyone starts to get a little bit closer. The gaps are so fluctuated, it's insane. I mean, they're all relatively close together. I mean, by the time number 16, oh, that would be Lawrence having a little bit of a spin as well. He will fall into P18. I mean, can you hear the Max Verstappen music? I sure can. You have Bert and Frank riding their own race right now. Maybe they'll do a little bit of battling. We'll have to wait and see. There is a absolute tight battle between Ricky, Bobby, Dadali, and Nairati. I want to take a look at some of the replays and see what was that all about with that contact, but I don't want to leave. The action's so good right now, especially between the triple-digit drivers. All right, I'll let the chat choose. I have 9 cameras to choose from. I have TV2, I have the helicopter cam, I have the TV1 cam, which we're watching right now, bumper, bonnet, wing, interior, driver, and passenger. Which camera would you guys like to see? I'll let the chat decide as we have 30 minutes and a half left in this race. Palnick has gotten past Fossman. Passenger sounds cool. Well, this is what passenger looks like, Smitty. You can see the driver in front, but can't see much else. So if we look at, say, Nairad's, this is what he sees. He sees the absolute diffuser of Dadali right now. This is what you'd see if you were sitting in the passenger seat. His number 37's actually caught up to Grant. As we will switch back to TV1. So far, all is seeming to hold steady right now. Almost Dadali back in P7. He's been P7 for a while now. He's held his position. He's not gaining, but he's not losing either. Oh, actually, he might have made... Oh, is that blended? That would be... Nope. Dadali in the middle of a battle between Bobby and Nairads. He was P11 not long ago. No, he's gained some places. He's been doing pretty good. 21 and 18. Look at this. Terry right on the diffuser. If we go for the passenger cam, we can see what we see from the passenger side cam. Can he make it stick here into turn one? Hayes defending the inside and does it well. A little bit of a switchback. Oh, he hits the curb, bounces off of it, manages to keep the car stable, but does not make the overtake stick. That was a heck of an opportunity for him to do so. As we are just going to get closer and closer. Can these cars get any closer? This is what Breeze sees. Oh, this is actually what Breeze sees. This is what Nairad sees. Right on the diffuser of... Oh, he's going to try and get it up the inside of the dolly. They're going to go almost side by side into turn one. Yellow flag for Silver. I do believe he spun. Oh, Nairad's up the inside. Can he make it stick onto Dolly? They're going to go side by side. A little bit of curve action for Dadali as he loses the position to Nairads. This is allowing Breeze to catch up as Silver still in the grass, having to reverse out. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for Dadali as he also loses a position as well. Will Dadali fight back? This is what the driver is. This is what the interior of his car looks like. That doesn't matter. What matters is the action. Jacob Stavko approaching his first back marker as we have Mr. Silver come in for his pit stop, either to repair damages or just refuel and change his tires. As Hayes finally gets past Terry. Well, actually, I think it was Terry wanting to pass and Hayes defended. Oh, Terry gonna go up the inside. They're gonna go wheel to wheel as Terry forces it up the inside and gets past Hayes. We're gonna take a look at the Swine Flu Syndicate team Bert and Frank having their own little race, having their own little fun time. Nothing seeming to be wrong up there. As Frank Castle actually goes into the box. Interesting. Balnick having a little bit of an issue, spins out. Now, will those other drivers respond? Well, I do believe Mr. Silver has either disconnected or has stopped. Unfortunate for him. Swanson comes into box. Is this a chance to undercut number 23 and stay ahead of the rest of the rivals? No one else. Ooh, Lang boxes to undercut, I think, the 666. What will 21 and 18 do? Will they follow suit? Does not look like it. This is where it gets interesting, folks. The pit stops. We'll take a look at Stavko. He's already left his first car, Sean Ches, number 16, in a race, in a league of his own. So, I guess what we'll do now is we'll take a look at all the contact that happened. Because there was a bunch of it. We will go into the helicam so that we can get a great look of all the incidences as we go to the instant replay. So the first collision was between number 18, Matt Terry, and number 19, Kevin Palnick. So we will take a look at it from this perspective. A little bit of contact there. And then the second round of contact was between Kevin and 51, but he is disconnected as of right now. We'll quickly take a look at the timing chart. Sean Ches actually is going to get past Swanson, and Swanson's going to take that position back. Lang, Swanson, and Castle have done their pit stops. So we'll go back at the replay and take a look. 19 hit 51. Ooh. That is an unfortunate situation to come back out on track 2. And then we'll take a look from a number 11's perspective. A little bit of more contact there. As all the other, as Macklin pits, Breeze pits, Dolly pits, Terry pits. As Burt Macklin gets a drive-through penalty. What could that have been for? Will it tell me? I don't think it will. And then 19. And then 18 and 51. A little bit of contact there. Take a look at the contact here as everything goes to pit and box. A little bit of more contact there. Little bump draft racing, never hurt nobody. So Ryan Swanson gets past all the people that ahead of him that are boxed. Hurt. That is gonna hurt. As that is a stop-go penalty. Oh no, that's a stop and go penalty. 30 seconds for Dadali. That's not even a drive-through. He will have to go into the pits, stop for 30 seconds, then go. As Macklin will have to serve his drive-through penalty. Yep, there he goes. That's unfortunate for him. That might take him out of the chances of winning this race. I'll be right back. Gotta grab an extension cord. Do what you have to do. Go get a drink. Get a bag of chips. There's still 20 minutes to go in this race. Still plenty of time, plenty of action here in the Degenerate Racing League. Frank Castle moves up into P4, actually. I don't know why it's saying P5, it's P4 on my screen. On my timing charts. Macklin getting out of the pits. Who is right behind him? It ends in a 6. I think that would be Sanchez. Yep. Fossman still needs to stop. Stofko, Nyrods, and Ricky Bobby all still need to stop. Hayes, Polnick, and Lawrence are currently pitting right now. Dolly having to serve that stop-go penalty. This is his opportunity to do so, as it looks like he will do so now. As the other drivers behind, I think, come into box. That is Nyrods. Who else is that? That is Ricky Bobby as well, P2 and P3. Stofko probably needing to pit soon. As Terry gets past Hayes and Blunden gets past the people that are in the box. Dolly in his stop-go penalty. Lawrence also getting a stop-go penalty for 30 seconds. Unfortunate for the both of them. Especially with all the pit stops. It's bunched up the field. It's also made following them a little bit more difficult. So there goes number 91, serving his stop-go penalty. Did he, or does he have another one? I do believe he has another stop-and-go penalty. Yes, the one and the green lines are beside their names. So right now, Stofko, Hayes, and Fossman still need to pit. Fossman's actually currently in the pits right now. So he's serving his penalty. He's serving his pit stop to refuel and change his tires. Stofko can stop whenever he wants. It's pretty much up to him. So he can just decide whenever he wants to pit. And Fossman has served his pit stop. Nyrads with the 30-second stop-go penalty. Unfortunate for the team on the rush driver. Any chance maybe to get a podium in this situation after the Burt Macklin drive-through have all but been dashed with that penalty. Dolly having another 30-second stop-go penalty. Unfortunate for him. Patrick gets past Lawrence in the pits. Dolly deciding not to serve it. Not on this lap at least. Nyrads. He's going to go serve his penalty. Stofko in the pits, you know, chilling, having a good time. Number 26 and 23, Ricky Bubby and Grant Sahara. So a stop-go penalty is basically you go into the pits and you stop. And you sit there for 30 seconds. And once those 30 seconds are complete, then you can go. I don't know what he got the 30-second stop-go penalty for. I'll have to ask him after the race, and then I will tell you in the next broadcast. but it can be a wide range of pretty much anything. Doesn't look like he's been involved in any collisions. As he tumbles down the order. Did he serve it? Yes, he did. No. Oh, I do believe the Dolly has been disqualified. That he must have been disqualified for not serving his stop-go penalty. So, Eternal Orbits, your boy Dadali has been disqualified because he's not showing up on my timing screen. So, as Nairad's going to fight with Kevin Polnick down in P13. Hayes, the only member to not have his pit stop done yet. He will need to do it at least once. It is mandatory. So far, and your prediction of the Swine Flu Syndicate team getting any hope, any chance of a race win, looking like it's going to go up in smoke anytime soon. Hayes still not going for his pit stop yet. I didn't even recognize stuff got pit. Honestly, the only reason I knew is because I saw it. It's out on my monitor. So, what can you say? Honestly, we should invoke a penalty so he has to pit twice. Based on the fact he's absolutely dominating it right now. Have a little bit of a battle going on here. 26. Ricky Bobby and Grant Zahara fighting it out for P5. Good job by Sanchez getting out of the way of that battle, doing a very, very, very nice job, making sure he doesn't get involved. Swanson up ahead in P4. For what? Exactly. That is exactly what is probably going through the head of Nairad's. But here comes Grant. Can he make this a little bit interesting? We'll have to wait and see. We will stick on them. That is the closest battle right now. 21. Terry and Hayes. Nope, they are not finding it out just yet. So, the big gainers so far. Oh. Do we have someone switch places? Yes. Terry and Breeze. Terry getting ahead of Mr. Breeze in the 666 on the rush. Moving up to P8. So basically just a battle of stuff Gus Mental in his base. Basically, I would say so, but at this rate he can take both hands off the steering wheel and probably still win the race quite handily. We have a battle there between, nope, that was the wrong 11. Hayes and London fighting it out as the race. Here comes the race leader. This could get a little interesting. Not respecting the blue flags. Is London gonna get out of the way? Stavko should just pass him out right here, most likely. Can they try with his knees to give the others a chance? Honestly, at this point, he might as well. There's no shot he's getting it in any other way. Here, Ricky Bobby defending Grant here. Grant might shove it up the inside, late braking. He's going to miss his braking zone and tag him. Oh! Unfortunate for both those drivers as Alan Lang is going to pick up the pieces of what was left behind. He'll move into P5, and Grant and Ricky Bobby will actually fall down places respectively. So Burt Macklin, who was in P2, is now P3 due to, yes, it's very unfortunate, due to his drive-through penalty. His teammate way up ahead. Swanson way ahead of the battle that's going on back there. Matt Terry has gotten away from Breeze. Nyrads has gotten away from Palnick. This is the battle right now. As up the inside goes Ricky Bobby, but he goes in too deep, allowing Grant to get the place back. London and Hayes getting a little close to comfort, as Grant and Lang are just fighting it out. Or sorry, Grant and Bobby are just fighting it out right now to determine at this point P6. Stavko so far ahead. Can pull over, make a cup of tea, watch the race, still be miles ahead. He is 21 seconds ahead of the next car. Unbelievable. Sanchez has a battle behind him. Hayes still not having stopped yet with eight in a peak. Yeah, I'm having. All this racing has made your commentator have a little bit of a moment. With 8.5 minutes to go, Hayes still needs to change his tires, refuel, something. We'll run through the drivers now. Stavko doing it like it's nobody's business. 1:43.5 as the race lap time. Incredible. Frank Castle P2. Burt Macklin in P3, rounding up the podium positions. So he's just ending Sector 1, Burt Macklin. Ryan Swanson P4 has just started his lap. That's a bit how big the difference is right now. Then you got Alan Lang in P5, Grant P6, Bobby in P7. I have a feeling they'll swap a few times. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to go a little side by side. He has the momentum. Late braking, sliding across as they make more contact. Ricky Bobby takes P6. We're at P7. Terry in P8. Breeze in P9. Hayes P10. Blunden P11. Breeze is actually getting caught on by Hayes and Blunden right now. Fossman P12. Nyrads P13. Palnick in 14. Sanchez 15. Lawrence P16. And as you know, ya boy, Eternal Orbit's favorite, Dadali disqualified, and Silver White disconnected or just boxed to retire. Do we want to bet if Hayes pits at all? Because there's 6 minutes left to go. He's gonna have to stop eventually, right? 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 How much farther can he go? What has been your best moment of the race so far? Do let me know. I'm interested to see how you guys have thought of the race. What's your favorite moment? So much contact between 23 and 26. Oh, that is Hayes giving up the position to London, I believe. Yep. Hayes having a little bit of an oopsie. Blunden taking advantage. Breeze in the gravel. This will allow Blunden and Hayes to get back into this fight. It's going to be a triple threat as Blunden gets ahead of Breeze. Hayes will have all the momentum carrying it forward as well. Breeze might fall into P11 here. Down the inside. Oh my, late braking. As sadly, Blunden was the recipient of that. Breeze, Hayes move on. Blunden sits there, shocked, not knowing what has happened. Sees him on track, lets him pass, gets out of the way. Blunden almost confused, stunned at what just happened. So this was an invalidated lap by Stavko. I think he's just... Again, this is an invalidated lap, but as Ricky Bobby actually gets past Grant, oh, they're going to fight it out now. So again, this was an invalidated lap, but a 1:43.4, that would have been a full tenth faster than his 1:43.5. Stavko is just fooling around right now at this point. As Grant is holding on to P6, as we are 4 minutes left in this race, about 3 more laps. If there's time to make moves, time to gain places, it's now. This is the battle, though, for P6 between Grant and Ricky Bobby. No, they don't. But it's just interesting to point out that he can go faster. It's invalidated, but he can go faster. That is what's interesting for me, at least. Almost terrifying, really. But also, invalidated laps means that you went over track limits. So, I don't know how it is in ACC, but I don't know what the track limits penalties / warnings are. So, if you pile up a lot of those, maybe that's what gets you the stop-go penalty. I couldn't be too sure. I'll have to find that out myself for the next preseason race in Indianapolis. As you can see, Ricky Bobby went off wide. That got invalidated pretty quickly. As Nairod sets his fastest lap of the race with a 1:45.7. Not even close to Jacob Stavko's 1:43.5, but a little bit of personal pride. He's 34 ahead of that is Paul. Sorry, I thought there was a battle going on there. My fault. Ricky wanted to go to the beach but forgot he's in a race. Maybe he was trying to, I don't know. There's no grass there, so he definitely wasn't cutting grass. So we go, we have a yellow flag. London in the gravel. Loses a lot of positions as he goes into the box. There's actually, I think you get a massive penalty for that. Boxing, it's like instead of driving to the box. But on your guys' screens, he's P14. On my chart, he's last. So everyone that was ahead of him gets to move up. Including this man. But that's not what we want. This is what we have. The final point scoring position, but this is the closest race with a minute left to go in the race. What will happen here? Take your guess in chat and in the comments below. What do you think will happen? between Grant Zahara and Ricky Bubby, as we will go to the TV1 cam for this. Hayes still not having boxed. I don't think he will, so he will most likely be disqualified for not boxing.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
The leader on the final lap. I don't think he's going to get out of his way. It'll be interesting to see what Stavko does here. Will Ricky Bobby take advantage? Because he had to pull over for Stavko. So will Grant. Ricky's going to get too aggressive and spin out. It's highly possible with this being the final lap of the race. Oh, they're tight wheel to wheel. Stavko makes it past. Oh, that was a little close and a little tight. Ricky Bobby's only going to have one opportunity left, and it's going to be here. Oh, no, Grant oversteers. And Ricky Bobby, Alan Lang's actually going to get past Swanson. Will that be the checkered flag for them? No, it will not, but that will be P6 for Ricky Bobby as Grant oversteers in the final turn. And that will end the race for them. Ricky Bobby, Grant Sahara. Swanson pulling over. I guess seeing no reason to continue the race. Even though he didn't cross the line, so this will be interesting to see what happens with him. Breeze crosses the line. Frank Castler crosses the line, takes second. Burt getting ready. As Swanson tumbles down the order, Breeze moves up into 9. Hayes moves into P10 despite not having a pit stop. Oh, he plus 130 seconds. He's going to tumble down my order sheet. Swanson, Burt Macklin taking the final podium position. Palnick finishing P12. Fossman finishing P13. And Alan Lang, thank you all so much for joining. It has been an honor to broadcast the first preseason race of this league. Next week, we will be live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Yeah, plus 130 seconds is nuts. But we will be live from Indianapolis next week as Lang crosses the line for P4. And that, I do believe, is the session. Hasn't told me the session's over yet, but nevertheless, we're still driving. 18 and 19 just still doing some victory laps, I guess. Now, do remember, the race is still going on. This race is not over. Because Swanson still has to cross the line, and so does Blunden. So I guess your host is not done yet. Nope, never mind. Your host is done. All right. As you can see, the final draft order on your screen. Stoffcoat, Castle, Macklin, Lang, Swanson, Bobby, Zahara, Terry, Breeze, Nairati, Polnick, Fossman, Hayes, Lawrence, Ches, Blunden, Dadali, and Silver. Thank you all so much for joining us here from Barcelona. Next week, live from Indianapolis. I will be there. I hope to see you there too. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, overnight, wherever you are watching this from. Dadali isn't last. Not last in our hearts. Have a good night, everybody.